Hi my loves, welcome back to another episode of The Rosey Life. So today I want to talk to you guys about consuming versus creating. And this is how you can speed up your manifesting so much just by asking yourself this question. And I'm going to dive in to help you kind of like, it's almost like a AA meeting, all right? We're going to have today about how do you stop being addicted to consuming content and consuming information and switch over to creator mode, because it is like a little bit form of a habit of a little bit of a low-key like addiction on how much content people consume, and then they walk around looking for answers, wondering why things aren't changing in their life, and they're scratching their head and going what the hell, and keep perpetuating the same cycle. Okay, so stick with me to the end and you will get the shift that you've been looking for if you follow what I'm asking you to do in here. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel, for liking the videos. And for those of you who are new, my name is Rose. I'm a success and confidence coach, and I love to help people get out of their own way. I work with people one-on-one. You can go to TheRoseyLife.com for more information on how to do that. I still have some spots available for my 3-month packages. And also you can join my Badass Confidence course, where you just learn how to cultivate the confidence from within you by unpacking different things in your belief system, in your mind, and how you've been seeing things. I show you how to pick up on your own patterns in that course. And that course is a very affordable price because I wanted to make it so affordable to anybody. And once you purchase that one price and you get in, you are a course member for life. And I show up every single week talking about different techniques and different things to really reinforce the starter pack that I provide you when you first sign up. And that is your homework to begin with. And then I reinforce it every single week. And that will go on until I'm around, okay? So if you want to get in at my beginning price of my founding members price, you want to do that because my price will be going up soon. So, but for now, I'm going to leave it where it is so you guys can get in on it, all right? So it doesn't matter when you join. It doesn't matter if you joined on the first week or the third week or whatever. You will not miss out on anything, I promise you. So let's get back to the video. So I love this topic of consuming versus creating and how it really helped speed up my manifesting. And some of you have made comments of me saying things like, okay, you need to stop watching so much video content. And this is where this video came as an inspiration from you guys. You're like, I want to watch your videos, but you're saying not to watch videos. And I'm like, okay, I get it. So I'm going to help iron that confusion out, okay? So consumer versus creator, I want you to ask yourself, are you consuming more content? This includes watching a YouTube video. This includes reading books, on Facebook posts, Reddit, communities, Instagram, like scrolling through all of this manifesting quotes and books and stuff, and asking questions and reading people's success stories. And yes, some of that can be inspiring and helpful, but at what point are you going to stop consuming more information than you are creating? Okay, I know all creation is finished. What I mean by creating is by you choosing, deciding, imagining, affirming, being the person who already has this thing. Because let's get real. If you already had what you are manifesting, whatever it is, ask yourself, would you be watching so many YouTube videos? Would you be reading so many books? Would you be in Facebook asking questions? That's why I shut my Facebook group down, because I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Because I noticed it just perpetuated the same question cycles over and over again, people like feeding off of each other. And if you don't have the right amount of admins in there, like really weeding out any posts that aren't appropriate, it's like it is a lot to make sure, because you get a mixture, because it's free, okay? It's free. So you get a mixture of people that have been studying the law for years, and then you get that new person who just decided that they wanted to manifest something for the first time, and they're like kind of swimming around like, what the hell's going on? And you get everything in between. The doubters, the naysayers, the negative people, the positive people. You get the people that are law of attraction people. You get the people that are law of assumption people. You get all of that in these Facebook groups, and then you as a consumer are looking at all this stuff and you're just like, oh my God. And then you start downloading all these unnecessary thoughts, unnecessary beliefs in your head, and you're like, what the hell? Okay, even if someone moderates it perfectly, because it's just so many people, and because it's free, everybody goes in there to give their 2 cents opinion. Okay, so that is why I love this confidence course that I created, my Badass Confidence course, because everyone in there is invested. And when you invest, then you look at what you're doing differently. It's easy to get free content everywhere, but the people in that group, you guys are so freaking sweet. They are loving, they're lovable, they're supportive, they cheer each other on. Everyone is there with the same intention. People aren't in there like bad mouthing anybody or anything, or they're not poking holes and doubting things. They are just in there focused on themselves. That is the intention of that course. So back to the consuming. So are you consuming? Because if you're consuming more than you're creating, what does creating look like? Okay, creating looks like if you are the living in the end, if you are assuming yourself to be the person that has their desire, okay, you're not sitting around looking at YouTube videos and doing all this stuff, right? Instead, what would you be doing? That's what I want you to ask her. What would you be doing? Okay, you would already be thinking certain thoughts. So this time, instead of reading and watching videos, you can be using and investing your thoughts. That's what a creator does. You invest. Even Neville Goddard talked about, are you investing or spending your thoughts? Consuming content is spending your thoughts. You're being pretty much like a little zombie, allowing everybody to influence and infiltrate your mind with their opinions, with their information, with what they're doing, what they like, and their success stories. Like, cool, that's spending your thoughts, because you're just kind of being lazy and sitting there allowing everything just to come to you, instead of shutting all that down and going into, how would I be thinking? How would I be behaving? How would I be feeling right now? This is investing in your thoughts, and it's using your imagination. You are working that muscle. You are teaching yourself to be focused. You are teaching yourself to be the person that you say you are. You aren't over here consuming more content, trying to learn more. No, you got to actually apply it, yes, and practice this, because this is not an overnight fix, because these brains that we were born with, they're just like on autopilot until we awaken to our power. And now we have to train this imagination of ours. Even Neville talked about that. You got to work it. You got to train the imagination. It's a muscle. You got to give it focus. You got to give it something to think about. Otherwise, you go on autopilot when you're consuming. So you want to get into the habit of, okay, what would I be thinking right now? What would I be doing right now? And I said that I'm going to help you guys out with going from being like a consumer junkie to going over into being the creator, right? So some of you might feel like the pull, like let's say you start practicing and you are using your imaginal act, right? You're doing inner conversations, you're visualizing, or maybe you script or you affirm or whatever it is that you do. And then you start doing something else, right? And then you notice that your mind wants to go back because it feels anxious. It feels like if you just watch that one last video that you might get that answer. That if you just read that one last success story that you'll feel inspired for the rest of the night. That if you just read this one more thing that everything will be better. Okay, that is just that tricky mind being lazy and not wanting to be focused and work the imagination. So one, you got to realize when your mind is trying to do that and say, no, no, that isn't giving me results. How about I do what I know will give me results because I've learned it, I've read it, I've heard it. How about I actually put this into practice? So one of the things that you can do to kind of bridge that gap, okay, from going from consumer to creator, I want you to keep practicing what you are imagining, what you're saying to yourself, your mental diet. Because if you are so busy consuming, your mental diet is not on point. Let's get real, okay? If you're busy consuming, your mental diet is not on point because you're more distracted with what you're consuming than you're actually applying, catching the fears, the doubts, those beliefs that don't serve you. You can't catch those because you're too busy inserting more noise, okay? So I want you to be very aware when you're doing this, when you're releasing all the content, consuming, and you're moving into thinking, you're going to have anxious thoughts, you're going to have fears, you're going to have doubts come up. But that's good. That's the whole freaking point, is for you to stop the noise and move over into practicing so that you can hear these doubts, so that you can hear the fears. Because those are the very things that are literally in your way. And you're over here looking for answers, and the fears are, like a client of mine said today, she called the fears gremlins, right? Those are literally trying to show you what you are believing to be true. So why would you want to, like flood your mind with things that prevent you from hearing your own doubts and your own fears? And because those are the answers, those are literally your answers that you keep seeking. So you want to hear them, and yeah, they suck, and yeah, they make you feel anxious. But that's how you unpack them. That's how you get rid of them. And if you watch my other videos, I have lots of content on here showing you how to deal with fears and doubts, how to slay them. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to ask, if you were living in the end, let's say you were wanting to live in the end of being 10 pounds lighter or whatever, right? Let's say that that's your end of seeing yourself as slimmer. Okay, someone that is into their body and someone that loves how they look or whatever, they're not going to be watching still content on how to lose weight. Instead, they're going to be watching content, for example, of people that are showing them how to do new workout routines. Like maybe you're Googling new recipes, maybe you're wanting to become vegetarian, or maybe you want to learn how to cook a different food, or how to increase proteins, or learn about macros, or you all of a sudden become more interested in your body, in your health, in your energy, in vitamins and supplements. You want to learn more about your body because you're feeling good about your body because you're in the end. So instead of consuming content about more techniques, you want to be looking at videos of, oh, cool, this person does really cool workouts. I never thought about doing that at the gym, or I never knew I can do that at home, and that's just as effective. That's pretty cool, right? This is the mindset of somebody that's already living in the end. You see, the other thing too is someone that is manifesting a vacation, let's say. What is that person doing? They're probably, let's say that you want to travel to France, okay? Well, if you're living in the end, you're probably on Duolingo learning how to speak French. Are you not? You're probably looking at hotels, looking at the cities that you want to visit. So why not look on YouTube for different, tips on where to travel to and what to eat and those kind of things? Also, go on Duolingo free and start learning how to speak that language. Because I've said this in other videos, that learning another language uses a different part of your brain that shuts off all the thinking, and analyzing. It can't do both. It can't overthink, overanalyze, and learn the new language at the same time, because that new language is so foreign and different to you that all your focus and attention goes right to it. So for me, it's a wonderful thing. If I want a break from thinking, I go right into learning my languages. So That is another thing that you can do. And that kind of consuming is helping you live in the and. Do you see? So change what you're consuming. You can do that. And that's like the bridge over from, if like you feel like you need to watch another video, right? Go over to like, okay, what would I be doing if I was living in the and, right? So whatever it is, look at that as more helpful. And you're like, this is more in alignment with me being in my end state. Okay, get creative. Those are just a couple of ideas. You guys, I would love to see your comments on what other things that you guys can come up with for different manifestations, and you guys can help each other out and give each other tips in the comments below. I would love to read them as well. So I hope that you see that if you stop consuming so much content. Now, does that mean you go cold turkey and you never watch another freaking video again? No, but ask yourself, am I about to watch another YouTube video because I feel I need to be validated, or I need confirmation that I am going to get what I want, or that I need confirmation that I'm powerful, or whatever, because I'm feeling or thinking that I can't give that to myself in this moment? If the answer is yes, then I want you to go do something else. Now, if you're like, you know what? No, I have been doing so good today. I haven't even watched anything. I haven't gone on Facebook. I haven't done any of that stuff. And I would like to see if there's a new upload on the Rosie Life, and maybe she's going to talk about something I want to hear today. Do I need it? No. Do I want to hear it because it helps me, it feels good, I enjoy it, but I know I don't need it? And you can say this to yourself, I know I don't need to watch this because I'm whole and complete. I already have all the answers. Everything is within me. I don't need it, but I want to enjoy maybe a video or 2 videos, and then I'm going to go back to doing my thing that is good for me in this moment. Okay? So I know that this video is helpful for you, and I appreciate you guys liking the videos and supporting me and sharing the videos with whoever you want. I really appreciate all your love. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.